I would never do it again. I would never do it again. Thought it was a great idea to start with a coffee. I'm here nearby the river and we are still in Ayutthaya. I'm not quite sure if that's the right pronunciation. I'm not quite sure if that's the right pronunciation. I'm not quite sure if that's the right approach. I can't say it. You know what I mean. My original plan was actually to leave this morning, but when I was looking at the time schedule this morning, I realized that it was half an hour to the train or very, very late in the evening. So I decided, okay, let's stay one more day here and then do something I normally wouldn't do. And that is, we'll try to take a boat around the canals here. A lot of people have been saying this to me. Take a tour around the canals is amazing. Also people that haven't tried to sell me anything, which is always the good sign, right? If it's people that want to sell you the adventure, don't believe them, right? I walked here to the river and then I think we're just gonna walk along here and then I hope at some point we will find a place that will sell a tour around. You think this is a houseboat? It kind of looks like it to me. Pretty cool if it is. Is it a houseboat? No?
No,
Oh. Have a great day. I was trying to ask them if they were living there, but apparently they don't speak English, which is kind of some of the struggle here when you want to speak to people. A lot of people don't speak English here. I can't blame them. It kind of looks like some fancy houseboats. They are super pretty and they seem super friendly. They just don't speak English. Now let's see what we can find here. I see some boats right there. How much?
Do you want to go private boat or share boat?
The cheapest.
Cheaper ก็ต้อง share not now นะคะ 4 p.m.
Okay.
300 baht
300 and then it goes all around?
Yes, start here land stop and stop and stop and come back here.
Private boat is how
If
much?
private boat 800 baht non stop if you stop you ก็ pay increase one temple 100 baht.
There you go.
Okay.
I got a boat ticket. I thought actually they will do this multiple times a day. Apparently it's only once a day from 4 to 6 you see the sunset and a few temples. It's a 2-hour ride from 4 o'clock and it's 12 now. I guess I'm gonna go home, start planning the trip and all that. You can also book a private tour, which was very tempting, but it will be 1,000 baht. It's not that much money, but when you can get the other one here for 300, I'll rather do that. This is probably the most touristy stuff we ever gonna do. Probably not, but close to. And then I have to not lose this one, or make it sweaty for that matter. I'm back at the harbor again. Managed to do some little bit of trip planning for the next few days. Gonna travel 100 kilometers north, stay in a city. I don't know anything about that city yet. I just picked the station and then booked the train ticket, found a place to stay. I'm standing here again with these boats. I'm quite curious if it's houseboats. But now there is like one more. For me it really looks like it's houseboat also because there was like a lot of laundry before. I don't know. It's kind of strange. I wish there was somebody I could ask. It's gonna be interesting to see if it's like a full booked trip or I'm the only one. I'm probably not the only one and it's probably full. In this city there is kind of a canal all around the inner part of the city, which this boat is gonna take us. We're gonna do a little bit of gym workout here also. There's like a full gym setup here. It's pretty cool actually.
You sit with the boat a few minutes.
Can't remember when I did something like this the last time. It must be at least like 10-15 years and I don't even remember what it was. I'm very curious about how this is gonna be. Our captain has left the boat. I feel so much like a tourist, you won't believe it. I don't like it at all, but it's really pretty with on the water though. And these houses are really pretty, it's just like the whole. Now you go here, stay here, 20 minutes. I don't know, it's just not me. No, let's try and see if we can enjoy it. I don't know. I actually don't know what to say about it. It's, if you're okay with feeling like a tourist, I guess this is fine. That little guy holding that welcome sign reflect a lot how I feel. This is exactly how I feel. Without being an expert, this is very Chinese feeling to me. So in order to try and break the touristy vibe, I went somewhere else than everybody else went. It took me down to this Chinese looking thing. It's really amazing with this engine here. It really looks like a small car engine. There's not a lot of safety feature on the boat. Like every part that spins is exposed. There's no covers, there's no nothing. I guess if you do it every day, you know where to not put your fingers. I'm 100% sure that this ride will be way more enjoyable if you do the private tour, which I kind of regret right now I didn't do. There are no rudder on these boats. It's just like the whole, I don't know what it's called in English, but the drive stick there. He uses that as a rudder so he can take it out of the water and then dip it in somewhere else to make the boat spin or just turn it also. And then it looks like that the tank is underneath here, so it's part of the bottom of the boat, which makes a lot of sense. You can store a lot of fuel in there, right? And then it's not exposed to anybody. At some point we were going quite fast, which I was actually a little bit surprised about. I don't know if we were going top speed. It was pretty fast. And then of course when it's fast, there's also a lot of splashing. So I was a little bit worried about the camera. My camera is not waterproof at all, but I covered up some of the more essential open parts of the camera so it can take some hits of water but not a big splash at all. I kind of just took it all the way into the side and then make sure that the most waterproof part of the camera was facing upwards. There are some really incredible houses along the river here. If that had been in New York and Copenhagen down to the water like that, you won't believe how much money they will cost. It will be insane. They're probably not the most cheap place to buy a house here, but I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near New York or Copenhagen prices though. Just look at this patio right over there. The train ride we're gonna take tomorrow, it was actually the first time where I had to pick a seat. So a car and a seat. Funny thing is, they want your gender, passport number, you have to make like an account. And then you can see when you select your seat, if it's a boy, a girl or a monk, they're sitting next to you. I of course chose the cheapest. No aircon, no nothing. I of course took third class, which is the cheapest one. No aircon, no nothing. And the ride, I guess, is like 2 hours or something like that. Should be fine, I would say. Should be fine. I was not struggling with the heat at all on the last ride. Then there is second class, which is better seats and with aircon. And then first class was not even possible on this ride. So you pay 300 for the boat tour itself. The first temple was 20 baht. I don't know about the second one because I didn't even go in. And this one is 50 baht. We stay in here for half an hour. You have to pay more to get more. Very touristy. Anyways, let's try and take a look at all this and then see if it's worth the money. It looks like it is actually already now. If anything, this reminds me of Counter-Strike. I used to play that a lot when I was younger, and this really reminds me of some of these old maps of Counter-Strike. So if you know anything about Counter-Strike, you will know what I'm talking about this place. It's super beautiful and very, very touristy. And it's Thai tourists and it's European tourists. All the Thai people are dressed up and like posing, taking pictures. It looks like the American embassy like funded this renovation, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. at all. But nice. It looks like a drag race out here. Thank you, my friend. I don't know what to conclude with all this, but I don't think it was as bad as I was feeling in the start. It's still very, very touristy, and I would never do it again. I would never do it again. I don't feel like I wasted my money, but I don't think I got anything from my money. It's like empty calories. I don't know what it is with me and stuff like that, but maybe it's something like everybody else made the plan. Everybody does the same. It's like in and out. If you hear two people and can like talk about what's going on, and even though it's super loud in the boat, it's hard to talk to each other. It might be a little bit better experience than I had. Pretty sure at the end of the day, I will take a private one and maybe just take a round trip without stopping anywhere, because stopping at the temples, you can do that like everywhere. But it is really beautiful with all the houses, and there is some kind of atmosphere, but it is very touristy. I think, did I say touristy? I think so. Yeah, we'll see you for a travel day in the next video, where we continue going north. Yeah, I feel a little bit I waste my money, but I think it's just because I don't like doing this. We tried it, and that's the experience of it, right?